Well, today is Christmas Eve. It's one of, to me, the most special days of the year, and for us at Brewster Baptist Church, when Christmas Eve falls on a Sunday, it's our highest attended Sunday of the year because we'll be running 4 services today, a wonderful joint service at 10 a.m. featuring brass and wonderful Christmas music, and then 3 services at 4, 6, and 11 p.m., that final service up in our chapel and including communion. And we hope that you'll come out both in the morning and to one of the services later in the day, or if you're at a distance, that you will watch online. Throughout the season of Advent, we've been talking about key words: hope, peace, joy, and how choosing those virtues and attitudes and behaviors over fear makes a transforming difference in our lives. And this morning, we'll be talking about love over fear. And that's really at the heart of the entire Christmas story. In Luke chapter 1 and verse 30, the angel Gabriel comes and appears to Mary. This is actually the 3rd time that Gabriel appears in the Bible. The first time is back in the book of Daniel, and then earlier in Luke chapter 1, and now here he appears again. And in verse 30, he says to Mary, "Do not be afraid, for you have found favor with God." I think it's hard for us to wrap our heads around what a frightening proposition was being made to Mary. And I often wonder how Gabriel must have been a little fearful and trembling himself, that God's entire plan of salvation was going to hinge on the response of a teenage girl being asked to do something unprecedented that also put her life at considerable risk, considering the laws of that time. And so Mary is asked to choose love, and not only just love for her child, but love for the world over fear. And every day, you and I are also invited. If you think about it, the Christmas story and the invitation to Mary is also an invitation to you and to me. Will you and I make room for Christ to be birthed through us and to help bring love and salvation and hope and peace and joy to the world? That is something I hope you'll prayerfully consider. How is Christ being born anew through you this Christmas? There's a Christmas song, "Come Thou Long Expected Jesus," that Joe and Chris are going to share with you this morning. And I want you to think, as they're sharing it with you, how is Jesus coming through you and being shared with the world?
Love over fear. What a great, inspiring message by Pastor Doug today as we welcome Christmas Eve. The prophet says, "The Lord has sent me to bind up the brokenhearted, to proclaim freedom for the captives." And that's what we're praying as Jesus comes to give joy and love and freedom and peace to the world.
Come, thou long expected Jesus, born to set thy people free from our fears and sins. Release us, let us find our rest in thee. Israel's strength and consolation, hope of all the earth, thou art, dear desire of every nation, joy of every longing heart. Born thy people to deliver, born a child and yet a king, born to reign in us forever. Now thy gracious kingdom bring, by thine own eternal Spirit, rule in all our hearts alone. By thine own sufficient merit, raise us to thy glorious throne.
Merry Christmas from Brewster Baptist Church.